5 supernatural creatures caught on tape. Are you convinced that supernatural creatures definitely don't exist? Well, we found some footage that may convince you to change your mind. Just wait until you take a look, because it seems like strange monsters can turn up anywhere. From a sighting in a river to a sighting in a sewer. These are 5 supernatural creatures caught on tape. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos every day. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Creature in the river. Creatures can be spotted all over the place. You never know where unexpected monsters may turn up. Today we are going to be looking at 5 supernatural creatures that were found in 5 very different places. First up, the river. This truly brain-bending footage seems to show some kind of prehistoric beast swimming in a river in Australia.
What do you think? Because I can't really see this creature so good that is in the water. It's like you're not even sure if it's really a creature in the water. Let's see.
In the video, you can see a strange animal-like figure pop its head out of the water. It's long and black and seems to be wiggling and swimming its way through the water. Ever since
I think that's a whale. Or some sort. I think that's a whale, really.
the clip first surfaced in 2017. Get it? Surfaced? Lots of people have been saying that it may just be evidence of the legendary and mysterious Hawkesbury River monster. For those unfamiliar, it is said that since the early 1800s, people have claimed to see a monster swimming beneath the surface of the Hawkesbury River in New South Wales, Australia. The river in which the creature is said to dwell stretches 75 miles and has a maximum depth of 45 feet. Like most sea, lake, river monsters, this aquatic anomaly is described as looking like the classic image of an extinct plesiosaur. The Hawkesbury River monster, which from now on I'm going to call Garfield to amuse myself, is said to be between 25 to 35 feet long, has a large bulky body that is covered in patchy black and gray skin, a long neck that is topped off by a head shaped like an oversized football, 4 large flippers, and a thick tail that becomes skinnier the farther away from the body it stretches. Depictions of a dinosaur-like creature with a long neck, long tail, and 4 flippers have been found within Aboriginal rock art found throughout the region. The age of these images dates back to around 3,000 years ago. When white settlers started to show up in Australia in the 1800s, the indigenous Australians would warn them not to go near the water's edge, for fear that Garfield would quickly pluck them up from the shore and pull them back down into the water. They spoke of how many women and children had been attacked by Garfield while either in the water or while upon its shore. Some managed to survive the attacks, while others met a much more gruesome fate between the large jaws and sharp teeth of the monster. The most popular story/legend of Garfield took place in the 1980s. It is said that one day, as a fisherman was making his way down the river in a small aluminum boat, a large creature suddenly appeared in the water beneath him. The fisherman could tell that something large was beneath his boat as the water around him grew dark, began to ripple, and started to swirl. Suddenly, the large creature slammed into the bottom of the boat and launched it 10 feet into the air. The fisherman was tossed out of the boat and into the water, where he made a desperate attempt to reach the shore. As he swam, the creature started to make its way in his direction, but suddenly changed course and dove under the water. With feet now firmly on shore, the fisherman made quick work of leaving the area and never came back. So, is the snaky creature in the clip Garfield himself? It could just be. The footage was captured by 65-year-old Fetty Atta during a family fishing trip on the Hawkesbury River in Australia's eastern state of New South Wales. Atta told local news outlet 7 that it looked human in the way it lifted its head up. It looked over towards us like, who are these people? My brother threw some bait in and then it just got scared off.
There are a lot of intelligent creatures in the water. So, what do you think?
What do you think? Could this really be proof of the ancient monster that has apparently been haunting these waters for a millennia? Let us know what you think. Time for the star topic. Here is something that was just sent in by one of our loyal viewers who actually decided to do some research on this photo. So a father and his 3 children decided to go camping. No school equals fun time, so that's exactly the time they were expecting to have. A few pictures here and there, and bam! Do you see what's hidden in the background? Is that some sort of supernatural entity that accidentally posed for the picture? Or is this something else? I know there may be some mixed opinions, so comment down below with the hashtag star.
It looks like a squirrel. Or some
Topic, and we will pin the best comment in relation to this image. With that said, let's keep it moving. Number 4. Creature in the caves. From rivers to caves. Like we said, strange monster sightings can happen literally anywhere. I promise you that you won't believe where the last monster on our list was found. But for now, we are focusing on a monster found in a cave. This clip is only brief, but definitely strange. Uploaded to the YouTube channel Pro Films in the long distant past of 2016, this footage immediately grabbed the attention of cryptid fanatics the world over. Despite how popular it's been, there's surprisingly little info about this clip. All we've got to work with is the footage itself, and nothing more. As you can see from the video, some friends were exploring a cave. As the camera holder pans around the interior of the cave, they focus on a dark crevice, where they soon notice what appears to be a pair of small eyes peering back at them. The camera then quickly pulls back as they realize what they have just seen. Where things start to get really interesting is if you slow the footage down. When you do, you can see that the eyes are moving in the darkness and even appear to reflect the camera's light. And if you pay extra close attention, you can even notice that at one point, it looks as though the creature might have a smaller third eye between the other two. What do you think the eyes belong to? What do you think they found down in the cave that day?
What do you think? I think there are some broken bottles inside that cave there. Or someone is already inside.
Could it be some sort of unidentified three-eyed creature that has managed to survive deep within the cave for thousands of years? Or is it a more modern monster? Some kind of alien visitor perhaps? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 3. Creature in the woods. From a river to a cave to the woods. In July 2011, the YouTube channel Ola Bible, I mean seriously, where did they get these names from? Captured some incredibly creepy footage that you are going to want to see. And if you don't want to see some creepy footage, well, I hate to break it to you, but you chose the wrong video to watch today. So what happened? Initially, Ola Bible heard some strange and scary sounds coming from the woods near his house in Oregon. He knew he simply had to investigate. Camera in hand, he headed out into the woods to explore. His plan was to try and find the source of the creepy noises, and he just might have done so. After walking for some distance, he eventually spots an unusual beast of some kind, crouching in the long grass. This YouTuber is braver than me. I get scared just sitting here in my recording booth talking about monsters, but this guy, standing so close to one, didn't flinch. He even started narrating his find to the camera, but that would prove to be a mistake. His voice startled the creature, and it immediately turns to look at the camera operator. As the YouTuber speaks to the camera, his voice startles the creature, who immediately turns to look towards him. Its eyes even look as if they are glowing in the darkness, reflecting the camera's light. It's hard to get a grasp on what the beast actually looks like until you take the time to slow things down a little. In slow-mo, you can see that the creature is humanish in shape. It has abnormally smooth and hairless skin, and a large head in the shape of a dome. Naturally, Ola Bible is spooked. Credit to him, it took him a long time to be scared. Finally shaken, he makes a run for safety. As such, the video ends and we don't know what happens next. While the footage does appear to show some type of creepy creature, the poor video quality makes it difficult to know for sure. Unfortunately, without further information, we may never know what it was that this YouTuber caught lurking in the woods behind his house. Fun to guess though, so run down to that comment section and guess away. Number 2. Creature in the sewers. We've seen monsters in rivers, caves, and woods, but now it's time to take things to a darker turn. Now, we enter the sewers. Back in June of 2017, the YouTuber Papa Jake had his own encounter with a mysterious beast. After hearing stories that the forest area behind his home was haunted, Papa Jake and a friend decided to grab a camera and go investigate. The pair eventually stumble across strange tracks, which led them towards a mysterious cave located beneath a tree. Hesitantly, they enter the cave, where they discover more unusual prints and claw marks. Initially worried by their find, the pair decide to keep
I think that's a beer cave. I think that's a beer cave right there.
going. Soon, they discover a tunnel and decide to look inside. Using an
You're counting down the seconds until you can skip the ad, right? I get it. But what if you never had to watch an ad again? What if you had a browser that actually respected your privacy?
a night vision app on their cell phone, they attempt to see if they can spot anything lurking in the darkness ahead. However, just as they see some sort of creepy creature peering back at them, the video cuts dead. What happened here? Luckily for us, Papa Jake actually uploaded a follow-up video of sorts. In it, he once again attempts to gather evidence of something paranormal living in the woods behind his house. But apparently, not being scared enough last time, this time they head out at 3 a.m. in the morning. Super wise. They make their way into the woods, eventually reaching the mysterious cave they had discovered a week earlier. As they shine their flashlights inside, one of them can be heard saying that there is something in there. And they're not wrong, that's for sure. If you slow the footage down, there is clearly some sort of creature lurking inside. It's frail and thin looking, crawling on all fours like an animal. What even is this thing? The pair slowly push forwards, deeper and deeper into the tunnel. Then, just as the clock on the camera passes 3 a.m., a blood-curdling scream pierces the night air. Frozen in their tracks, they finally get a proper look at the creature, and it's headed for them. They then turn and run screaming for the tunnel just as the video ends. All sorts of theories have been kicked around about what this thing might have been, with the most common being the rake from the world of creepypastas. But what do you think it might be? Number 1. Creature in the room. Of all the places you might expect to find a terrifying creature, the very last place you'd ever expect is right behind you now. Just kidding. But how awesome would it be if we suddenly showed footage of you in your room? For real though, our final brief clip comes from an all too familiar place inside the home. This old clip began circulating back in 2014. It shows some boys playing around in a room when suddenly something strange can be seen running along the wall. Something almost goblin-like in shape and appearance. Yet again, this is a clip that benefits from a little bit of the old slow motion treatment. Let's drag things down to a snail's pace and get a better look. In slowing the footage down, you can see something set flush against the wall. As one of the boys gets close, whatever the object or creature is, it begins to run along the edge of the wall and hide behind a chair. Just like you or I would, the kids scream in terror. This really feels like a genuine sighting of a goblin, or gnome-like creature. It comes with a bit of a caveat though. This isn't exactly high-quality footage. Making a decent assessment of what's going on is kind of tricky. So much so that a lot of skeptics shoot this video down, claiming it's probably nothing more than a snake. But I don't know. We still believe. What about you? What do you think? Gnome, goblin, or snake? Get involved in the discussion down in the comments section. Where do you think would be the worst and scariest place to meet a monster? And if you had to bump into a legendary monster, which would
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. What do you think about this video? Do you think those are really scary supernatural creatures caught on tape, or you just think some of these things are just camera tricks and people trying to get some fame? I personally think some of these things are staged. So, what do you think? Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. You know, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time.